We have, the PC, the training center is helping. We got Triple H, a great wrestler. He heads that whole thing, and he's trying to get some of the toothpaste back in the tube. It's trying to move it back to kind of take a step back to move forward,
right?
To give the product a little more edge, and I think that's what it's missing.
What is CM Punk doing? Is he wrestling again?
No, I don't think so. He's not. I don't think he went to AEW or anything now.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So when he had his last fight, he just...
I've seen him a couple of times on one of Fox's shows.
Yeah, they had him on a few times. I think they stopped doing that show. They had him doing like a little here's what's happening this week in WWE on Fox, and it was on like Fox 1 or Fox Sports 1 or whatever. But then that was it. I think they canceled that show.
God, that was a crazy gamble for him to fight.
Yeah, I'm not real close with him. I mean, we got along. I didn't understand it. I know he had an issue with the company. And sometimes people just want to, they need a new challenge. But I mean, he was a top dude. He was a top guy for the company. Sometimes, like I said, I don't know enough because I wasn't around enough at that time. But I don't know that he had enough background. It was kind of late in the game, I think, for him to make that transition.
Yeah.
It was easier for Brock. Brock had that really strong wrestling pedigree.
Brock's also a crazy athlete.
He's a freak athlete.
Just crazy.
I mean, you
see his combine numbers?
Oh my God, it's
They're
ridiculous.
Bananas.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of those guys that defy. He was 260 pounds, but his shot was like a 160. I mean, it was just. You can't believe somebody his size can move the way he can move.
No, he was a freak.
He was a freak athlete.
Yeah.
I used to call him the vanilla gorilla.
Yeah.
I mean, and he was just a freak dude. And so I just don't Punk. I don't know. I mean, if he just wanted the challenge, I mean, good for him. I mean, he tested it.
I think that's what it was. I mean, he had one. He fought Mickey Gall, and it didn't.
Mickey's a good,
very
good fighter and up and coming guy too. So,
And then he fought Michael Jackson, another guy afterwards, who was like a pretty solid striker.
Yeah, I mean, so you got kind of a tough draw.
Yeah, but the Michael Jackson fight, I'm telling you, that was like as easy a fight. No, I want to say easy a fight. But that was commensurate to someone who is 0-1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, and Michael's much more experienced, but he wasn't terrifying.
Right.
It wasn't like he didn't put him in there with some guy who's going to kick his head off into the fifth row.
Right.
I mean, it was a good fight for him, but not really.
Yeah.
It wasn't. The guy's good. And he's just. I don't know what CM Punk's ultimate motivation and goal was, but I think he wanted to test himself. I think they paid him a lot of money.
I'm sure he did good buy numbers.
Yeah,
I bet.
I'm sure he got a piece of the pay per view or a really good deal. But I feel like if somebody wants to do something like that, if you really want to do it, what you should do is start as an amateur.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if he has the time because I believe he's deep in his 30s by the time he had his first fight. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was late in the game, and
But if he wanted to do it, really, the right way is not just jump into the UFC. The right way is you do some amateur fights, maybe a Muay Thai smoker or two. Really learn how to do it, and it takes long fucking time.
Yeah,
long fucking time to get like real legitimate martial arts skills.
Anything. I mean, it takes a long time to, be relevant with WWE. Anything you want to do and want to be good at, it takes a You don't do it in a couple of years. You got to take your lumps and you got to learn your craft.
It is interesting how few guys have jumped into the water though of actually having a real MMA fight.